Good morning. We're here with Tom Peeler on our special segment about scientific misconduct. Dr. Peeler, what does scientific misconduct mean to you?
To me, well, first, thank you for having me today.
Absolutely, absolutely.
First, I think it means someone who's being dishonest with their research.
Mm-hmm.
They're reporting inaccurate results or reporting results that are completely falsified, and then having that information published and then analyzing that data. So I think of it mainly people who are making up data.
Interesting. I would agree, personally. Have you had any special training or special courses throughout your career?
You know, I haven't as a graduate student or a postdoctoral fellow. We didn't discuss that, but since I've been at Susquehanna and we've received a few NIH grants here, there's a requirement that you're in compliance with NIH's regulations, and one of those is you have a report of academic dishonesty each year. There is a process to look at academic dishonesty and investigate any claims that someone might make.
Interesting. I'm glad they try to stay up to date with that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as your education and your career, have you been close to any cases of misconduct, whether in your research groups or perhaps in grad school research groups around you?
No, I haven't actually. I mean, as far as I know.
As far as you know, sometimes it's very secretive.
That's right. Because it's in a lot of cases when someone's working, they're working individually, and they're bringing, in a research setting, you typically have lab meetings every week. Everybody in the lab has a meeting, and people are just presenting the data, and it's in a very raw form. And they say, well, I ran this gel and did all of that. And you assume they're being honest, but then you read stories in journals about people who literally
just make things up.
Took the picture of the gel and drew a line on it for the band that they wished had been there but wasn't there. And so, you know, some of it's not very sophisticated, but you assume the best of your colleagues. It's not a very adversarial situation, so you assume people are telling the truth.
Interesting.
But back to your original question, no, I've never had any personal contact with an academic dishonesty. That is good.
That's good. We're very proud of you here at SCA. I guess finally, what would you say are the negative outcomes or the repercussions of scientific misconduct?
Well, I think, you know, there's some just really specific ones. What you typically hear about are the really high-profile cases. And so, for example, somebody doing work with stem cell research, right away the problem is people try to repeat that. They find out that it didn't work. Other people are basing their research on it. And it takes a while for it to sort of work its way back through the system that enough people have tried to repeat the experiment that people just say, this can't be true. The other part is, I think, and so there's a huge waste of money and effort. And that may lead to some dangerous things if drugs are created, that type of thing. The other thing, though, I think it really diminishes people's confidence in science. That when that gets out into the popular press, that so-and-so falsified this, all these journal articles had to be retracted. You know, it makes you start to say, well, how do we know any of it's true? Sort of back to what I was saying before. It is based on integrity and honesty. And when somebody is dishonest, then it makes you wonder about all of it. And in some situations, it's a really high-pressure world. Some people feel very pressured to get that data, to get that next grant proposal in so they can get paid. You know, so you know, sometimes you can see why people might do it. I mean, it's definitely not a good thing, but you can see why they might be, and the fame and fortune.
True, very true. We're all looking for that.
That's right.
All right, well, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you for your time.
I enjoyed it.